The FBI is continuing its investigation into an Illinois mayor who is becoming notorious for all the wrong reasons. The agency filing subpoenas to see her financial records and those of her closest allies. Dolton, Illinois mayor Tiffany Henyard has been under intense scrutiny and ridicule over her alleged spending of taxpayer money. Those expenditures include tens of thousands of dollars worth of luxury travel to Las Vegas and Atlanta. Also pricey meals, also hair and makeup. Subpoenas were issued for her boyfriend, her top aide, the acting police chief, her charity, and those are just a few, as you can see on your screen right there. So joining us now is investigative reporter Ben Bradley from our Chicago affiliate, WGN. Ben has been following this closely. Ben, always so great to see you. This is quite a situation, I guess is the best way to put it. Lay out the latest on this investigation by the FBI and what it could mean not only for the mayor, but also her allies, both political and personal.
Well, Nichole, it's clear from these subpoenas that we obtained that the FBI's focus is Tiffany Henyard and those who have supported her or benefited from her largesse with taxpayer dollars. What's really interesting to me is, as a reporter, we rarely have the opportunity to provide our viewers with a front row seat inside an active and ongoing FBI investigation. When I started doing these stories nearly a year ago, reporting on her first-class airfare and fancy meals, a stay at the Four Seasons in Atlanta, a nearly $10,000 hotel bill in New York City, little did we know that that would become the basis for an FBI investigation that has now grown to include a dozen people close to her. Now, we don't know that all of those people are suspected of wrongdoing, but what we do know is that the FBI here in Chicago is looking at the actions of this small South suburban mayor who has lived a large life on the taxpayer expense.
Absolutely. Now, in spite of these accusations, this investigation, Henyard, we know, remains in her multiple positions because she's more than, just the mayor. She has other roles. Do we know if it's affecting her day-to-day duties?
Well, I can tell you that not only is she still in office in the two positions she holds, one is the mayor of a small South suburb, the other is a township supervisor, but her top aide in both municipalities, a guy by the name of Keith Freeman, was indicted for bankruptcy fraud for allegedly lying about his income from Dolton. He got indicted a few weeks ago, and he's still on the job, still sitting next to her in board meetings, still advising her. The theory, of course, is the FBI, as the FBI has been known to do, likes to work up the food chain, and perhaps they're using this bankruptcy fraud charge against her top aide as a means to squeeze him and potentially get him to cooperate.
And Ben, the Mayor Henyard, has been very vocal in pushing back against all these accusations. What happens next at this point? Well,
for nearly a year, Nichole, as you know, the mayor has called our reporting fake news, but there's nothing fake news or fake about the fact that FBI subpoenas name her, they name her top aide, they name her boyfriend, they name her cancer charity, they name her political fund, they name her defunct burger business. So that tells you just how wide-ranging the FBI investigation is. We don't know if it's going to result in charges, but I did talk to a former FBI special agent who reviewed the subpoenas, and she said, if I'm Tiffany Henyard, I'm very nervous right about now.
All right, Ben. I'm going to ask you this last question for you, since I am currently undergoing cancer treatment. You mentioned a cancer charity there. Talk to us about that. Did any cancer patients actually receive any help? What do we know?
We don't know the answer to that because Tiffany Henyard Cares Foundation, which is the name of the cancer charity, alleged cancer charity, has failed to file any of the required paperwork showing the basics of how it collects and how it spends money. And so we can't tell you what their activities have been or who they've helped. We can tell you that the one event we do know about was a walk to the state capitol here in Illinois. And we can tell you that a lot of taxpayer resources went into that, from vehicles to personnel to equipment. And Tiffany Henyard's government even donated $10,000 to her namesake charity. But again, it's a cancer charity, but we don't know if it actually helped cancer patients.
Well, we certainly hope that some actual cancer patients were helped. WGN Chicago investigative reporter Ben Bradley, thank you.
Always good to be with you, Nichole.
Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find News Nation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of News Nation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.